Well, chaps, we have got a cup of tea, good old-fashioned English cup of tea. I'm here with Dad, and we're at the pallet cabin. And really, we came to do two jobs today. The first one was we needed to bring the stovepipe oven for the wood stove, which I said last episode hadn't brought. So we've got that here now for the winter. The second thing we wanted to do, what was it, Dad?
Well, do this base, level up this base to walk in. We want to make sure it's tipped forward so that
the rain
any rain comes away rather than goes in. Of course, it's on peat, so the ground's going to move eventually. But listen, hey ho, it's the first go at it. But we put this on engineering blocks, which we've also got under the cabin. For those who don't know, engineering blocks are what you use generally underground for, say, wet conditions, where you build a building. In the UK, I'm only speaking of, you'd run a couple of courses, say, of engineering bricks or engineering blocks. They're much more dense, you know, they're much heavier.
They're heavy, aren't they?
Really heavy.
They are heavy.
So they're not going to crumble or anything like that. It'll be us just crumbling first.
Our backs.
But yeah, we got it all levelled out, so it's all made out of pallet wood. We stained it down last time, didn't we?
Yeah, so we're trying to, obviously we've learnt our lesson over the past year that we've been doing this. We've only been doing this a year, the sort of recycled pallet wood stuff. And yeah, we've learnt a few lessons from comments and things like that.
Sure, yeah.
You know, we're not expert woodworkers, builders or anything. We're just jack of all trades, master of none.
Exactly.
But yeah, we're happy with it. We're raising it up more than we had done previously to help preserve it. We've got a better fire pit, better outdoor cooking setup. If you want to watch the previous episode of that, I'll link it somewhere up here. But really, we wanted to get settled for autumn, winter. We're coming well into autumn now, aren't we?
Yeah, leaves are starting to fall. It's just about going to colour. Should it be in deciduous over there, should be beautiful colours when they do come out. I'd say
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, I was just going to say about 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
So can I? Interestingly, so this is just to my Canadian followers. I found this out the other day. So apparently, Alberta. We've been to Alberta, haven't we? We did Banff and things like that.
Yeah, I think
but
we did through Banff.
I didn't know this, but in that area of maybe it's the same with BC and British Columbia and things like that. Basically, their autumn, as in the leaves. The colour change is really fast. Obviously, maple, I think you guys said maple goes really fast. But
yes.
You were saying, and some guys were saying in Alberta, you literally get it overnight. So it happens so fast, that, as in the leaves fall overnight. So you get big... Some of you have got snow. They've got snow in Alberta already.
Early, yeah. It's been cold up
there.
So,
but it's crazy. You guys were saying that autumn lasts like a maximum of a week in some areas of Alberta. Some of you commenters were saying that. And I was thinking, wow, like autumn here is at least... a month, 6 weeks?
6 weeks,
A month to 6 weeks of slow leaf colour change, you know, and it feels quick at the time because in the scale of things of a year, but I was amazed that in Canada it just boom, overnight and then they get snow and the leaves will come off.
You talk about, what was that plant? Was it the maple that go in first?
Maple, I think you guys said maple, yeah.
Well, the one that goes really beautiful over here, I passed it this morning on the way to Mike's house, is the sycamore.
Yeah, I said
now
that
that's
last
very,
video.
very similar to the maple.
So what we're doing is, obviously we're relaxing, having a tea now because we've done our bit that we wanted to do, is we've got some chestnuts roasting up in the stovepipe oven. At the moment, at temperatures about 180. We can put some more logs in and get that up to way hotter. But because we're not staying here overnight, we don't really need to pile in loads of wood. Otherwise, we've got to sit and kind of wait for it all to burn down, which is not a bad thing.
It's chestnuts.
But it's only chestnuts, and you don't need a really hot oven to do it. Loads of different ways of roasting them. You can just put them over an open fire, put them on a grill and things like that. But this is just a way, kind of, we've done it today because we've got a little oven and we might as well. That's what I do at home anyway. So we've
huge
got
size difference we've found.
I think there's one in here. If I get one out of the oven, is that they're conkers?
These are conkers. We're going to show you what we call horse chestnut and the sweet chestnut. You don't eat the horse chestnut.
Jax does.
Do the horses eat the horse chestnut? Why do they call it a horse chestnut? Now another thing, when we did a talk about the conker fight we had,
that was amazing, by the way. The feedbackfather from that.
Yeah, the feedback from that. No, the guys called it, was it in America called
Buckeye?
Buckeye, horse eyes as well, said somebody. And when I think about it, because we used to have, my grandfather was actually a racehorse trainer. So I know what horses' eyes looks like. They look very, very similar, don't they? They look,
Buckeye.
They look like that. Pardon? So, look, here is the difference. And Mike was talking about, I think in that last episode, the difference between, let's say, mainland Europe here and the English one. We're a little island. That's the size of our island compared with Europe. But look at the size they grow to there.
Yeah, massive.
This one came from Portugal. This one came from just down the road.
Well, you can see as well, that's kind of not ripe yet, is it?
No, there's a small one. We've got bigger ones in there that we're going to try and see if there's any difference in the taste between, you know, the Portuguese one and the English one. But when we were younger, even with a white bottom like this, a base, they're perfectly edible.
You're just hardcore, Dad, your generation.
Oh, yeah. My granddad used to, well, waste nothing. Waste not, want not.
Just eat anything you
did. We would
did.
eat these raw. We just peel the top off like this, using my special knife that they keep saying, what's that knife? It's a Hitler Youth knife, was it? A Hitler Youth knife?
Like that, yeah.
It's got, you can see the shape of it. Yeah, I really, really like it. I love the steel. Germans make really good quality steel, but I like that finger guard. I'm very wary of Mike's extra super duper sharp bushcraft knife because they don't have those finger guards on them. And for an old fogey like me, it bothers me. So if you ate that now, you could eat it, no problem at all. But the little furry bits in there, they're very slightly bitter. So we would scrape that off.
It's like an outer coating almost, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah, but you can peel all this off. These are really nice. If you get ones with that slight like this, look, they look small, but they are... This is...
I've always found them a bit more bitter, those ones.
Well, I quite like the taste. It's an acquired taste from the 1950s. Not that old. So you can see that sort of husk there. You're peeling that off. No problem. You can use the point of the knife to get in, like the ravines, I'm going to call it there. These are superb. Now... with my grandfather, we used to eat these all the time. Yeah, we didn't survive on them, obviously, no, but we used to eat them when they were in season. He used to wash them sometimes. I won't bother washing them. And then, put it on the knife, a little bit of salt. A very little bit of salt.
Is that Mum's one from the table, Dad?
Little bit of salt, right. Just wet the, just give it a lick. Get the salt stuck to it. There, straight in the mouth. Nice. So crunchy. Ha! That takes me back about 40, 50 years.
Really?
I'm going to peel the other one now.
I'm going to have to try one like that now.
I'll peel one for you.
This one, by the way, guys, is cooked. So what we did is we split them, because you need to split them with a knife, don't you, if you're going to roast them. Yeah, otherwise they just split and explode, basically. They just crack open. Yeah, they go crack. So make sure if you're roasting them in an oven, you just, traditionally, we just put a cross in them, like a cross. But you do it 4 ways, you were saying, Dad. Yeah,
we do it 4 ways, yeah.
But yeah, so we just make a split like that. And you can see it goes a lovely golden, sort of golden yellow there. And that's when you know it's roasted. About 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, sometimes half an hour.
Yeah, occasionally you get one that's got a maggot in it. Honestly, you can cut the maggot out and eat that. Or you can eat the maggot as well, because, listen, you survivalists are going to agree with me. You can eat maggots as well.
Oh, yeah. There's
good protein. Try that one. Bit of salt if you want it.
I can't believe this is actually from Mum's kitchen table,
It is,
Dad.
yeah, it's very bushcraft, isn't it?
Does she know you've got this?
No, of course she doesn't.
Right, so salt, lit chestnut.
Just 1 lick of the chestnut, dip it in the salt.
And what do we think?
You just crunch on your back teeth, because your tongue has different taste buds as well, at the back of the mouth, front of the mouth, back
do
of
you
the
know?
mouth. They're quite nice.
That's almost better than roasted.
Yeah, they're nice.
Almost.
Yeah. The small ones with that white base. That's what you want. The small ones with the
really
white
nice.
base. You can see those.
Really nice. Right, let's get the ones out the oven. Oh, can you smell that, Dad? That's proper. That's roasted chestnuts. That smells amazing,
doesn't it?
Yes,
and there we go.
So this is what I installed earlier, guys. The stovepipe oven for the G stove. I'll pop a link to this in the description if you're interested. We're still at 100 degrees and that's burning out now. But these are a mixture of... That one's completely split because I split them too much. So here's the Portuguese ones, the big large ones. There's a little English one down there. So it's handy, this oven. You can just get them out on the grill like that.
Just slide it, don't you?
Yeah. Slide them out. Leather gloves so I don't get burnt. Because that is red hot. There, that's some English ones. Look at that. And there's the difference.
Do English? And they're Portuguese.
These, so we've got Portuguese here. So these are, last time we obviously ate raw English chestnut. Now we're gonna go. I'm gonna do Portuguese, and you have to peel them now. That's why we split them, so you can peel the outer shell. These smell incredible when they're roasted. They really do smell nice. That's what they look like. That's that lovely golden yellow sort of gold colour that they go when they're roasted. And they taste amazing. Have you got an English or a Portuguese?
I've got an English and I'm eating it out the husk.
Using it as a bowl. A bowl. We're actually 10 minutes from 10 minutes down the line and we've eaten most of them already. But I wanted to show you this. That is the lovely golden colour with it out of the shell. That's what you want when you know you've roasted it properly. So this is the Portuguese one. And it tastes really good. Have you got English one or Portuguese one there?
These are all English crumbly.
Let's have some.
We've been eating loads. Do you know what it's like? If you ever have those, I don't know if you get them in other countries, there's sites called PYO, pick your own fruit. And you go along with strawberries, and let's say they're strawberries.
I used to do it as a kid.
That's it. Yeah. And you would buy them per kilo. Unfortunately, when you're going along, you go, one for the bag, one for the bag, and you go out bloated, and you've bought more than you really need, but you've eaten more than you need.
Get your money's worth. There's quite a difference in taste from the Portuguese.
You know, this is no word of a lie. Honestly, no word of a lie. I think the small English ones falling off the tree. Don't forget, I got these in Portugal.
Those are fresher. The English ones are fresher.
I think the English are fresher. There is a distinct different taste.
There is, yeah. What do you guys think? Do you guys, and how do you guys cook them? Because you were saying you can boil these as well. I've never boiled them.
Yeah, my granddad used to boil them as well. Still split them. Put a little split in them.
You guys might have amazing chestnut recipes. I don't know. If you do, let us know in the comment section. But this is good.
Shells are a bit crunchy.
Really good.
Those small bits off of the English chestnut.
They're really nice, aren't they?
100%. Honestly, people, totally different. We're not saying that because we're English.
No.
I love the Portuguese.
Very friendly people.
But I'm afraid we've got better chestnuts.
You've got bigger chestnuts. You guys would probably survive.
Bigger nuts, boy.
Yeah. You guys would probably survive because you got bigger chestnuts. Cajones!
You've got some big ones, honey.
God, that was good.
Well, we've had the main course. Mike doesn't know this. This is dessert. This is made by the wife. She said, if you don't eat this cake in a minute, I'm really going to, It is indeed Victoria Sponge. I don't know the woman personally, but she makes sponges.
So that's Mum's homemade cake.
She's made this morning. It doesn't come any fresher. But we've got to eat it, piece. Otherwise we're in big trouble.
It's a huge piece.
Cakes? I know there's a lot of ladies and women that watch our show, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
They like the cooking aspect. That's Victoria Sponge with a filling of, I think, jam and some cream. Some cream that's not very good for you, but it's very light.
That is good.
All the guys, what's your favourite sponge?
That is really good.
So, we've had chestnuts and Victoria Sponge and a very nice English cup of tea.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's light. I'll tell her it's like, she won't believe I said it on camera because she doesn't watch YouTube. She watches those housewives of wherever. Just talk about something briefly. This is one of our more chilled out sessions actually.
It's quite
for work, it has been quite good.
Is this what, theory?
Well, we're sort of talking about,
theory
this
time.
Was literally a couple of days ago, UK, I think it was 8 towns, or sort of cities really, in the UK are off the scale that far more than they should be. I think it's with nitrogen dioxide. You guys tell us, right? Because of the traffic. And one road had, I think, 30,000 cars going past it in a day.
Wow.
So now, this is like an EU regulation as you're trying to clean up the planet. How on earth are we ever going to clean up the planet when we've got all those cars going down, increasing all the time? Now, I never see any old cars around, and yet these modern cars are supposed to be more efficient with their emissions.
Yeah.
So what the heck is going on if over here, and trust me, it will be all over the world, we haven't got the exclusive nitrogen dioxide we haven't cornered the market on killing ourselves. 40,000 deaths a year.
It's crazy.
Attributable to
pollution, air pollution.
This is it. They said the pollution's pretty shocking. Now, I always wonder how far away from, let's say, a big motorway you have to be not to get it. Some of you guys might be experts in the field. Let us know what you think about this pollution, because I honestly can't see how we're ever going to stop it, because, look, we all use our cars. We can use our cars less.
Well, you've got electric cars coming out, but they're so expensive nowadays as well.
I don't understand how the pollution level's going up, and yet the new cars, most people have a fairly modern car. They're not all old bangers now, are they? You don't rarely see old bangers around now.
Yeah.
They're quite good cars, so they should be in good emissions. Well, what's this all about? How are we going to solve it? What do you reckon, guys?
Good theory. Put your thoughts in the comment section below. That's a quite interesting one.
That's topical.
Pollution.
That's 2 days old in the UK as we're making this film.
Dad's one of those people, guys, that is glued to the news. Whenever I walk into his house, the news is on and it's all doom and gloom, and Dad's saying, oh, the economy's doing this and the weather's doing this.
It's terrible, really.
You walk in and he's always on the news. I don't know if other people my age, their dads, are just
all us oldies,
but your generation are just fear mongering, like, oh, it's the end of the world.
I should be one of those guys that walks around with a board.
Yeah.
Up and down the street, you know, the A-boards.
Yeah.
The end of the world is nigh. Doom is coming.
Hashtag subscribe to TA Fishing.
Subscribe to TA Fishing before you're struck down. We have a good laugh out here, but...
We do.
Sorry to speak with my mouth full, but time's getting on, the light is going.
Yeah.
These big chestnuts we were talking about, I've just come back from the Atlantic island of Madeira. I want to show you some clips here, because over there is a really superb place where they make cakes. I think they make pastries, they make loads of different produce out of chestnuts. Fantastic scenery. It's in one valley. One valley is called the Nuns Valley, and it's absolutely, I can't tell you, it's absolutely shockingly beautiful out there. I stood on a cliff. Well, I'm lucky to make it back alive. Honestly, if I said I was 2,000 metres up,
wow,
and I looked straight down, now I'm going to say this, and I hope it comes around. Okay, calm down, Graham. You can do this. Just think TV presenters. I was standing on the edge of this precipice. I can't do it. Why? Because it's in my head now. It's like the giggles you used to get at school. Smith! I bet he's in there. I stood on the edge of this precipice, at least 6,000 feet up, and I looked down.
Hold on, you were 4,000 a minute ago.
Well, it's metres. Sorry, metres. What's 2,000 metres? 6,000 feet?
I don't know.
I looked over the edge. I was horrified because I was looking straight down into the Nuns Valley. Lovely lady.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. I was looking down into that huge valley down there. I can't tell you how high it was. Take a look at this footage. It really is something, a fabulous place, and hopefully I get back out there again and maybe even get to go fishing. So this is the place I'm going to call Chestnut Central, the Portuguese island of Madeira, located in the Atlantic Ocean, hundreds of kilometres from the African coastline. I took a trip up to the top of the mountains, in fact to Aero do Cerrado, where the view is, honestly, quite simply, breathtaking. Looking down from this height of over, wait for this, 3,000 feet, you can actually see the village of Corral de Freiras, home to the famous Nuns Valley. The story of the nuns is that they were living in the Santa Clara convent in the seaport of Funchal when in 1566 they were attacked by French pirates. They were looking to pillage all the gold from the ornate churches in the seaport of the town. Luckily, the nuns all escaped with their convent treasure and took it into the depths of the valley to escape the pirates, and from here a small community was formed. They became self-sufficient, growing all their own produce, and of course one of which was the famous chestnut. These are now used in everyday cooking, including, wait for this, chestnut liquor, pudding, soups, and I can hardly believe it, even chestnut bread. Every year the locals celebrate what they call the Chestnut Festival. This is held on the 31st of October and the 1st of November. Given the mountainous terrain, it's difficult to believe how those nuns managed to get into the valley in the first place. But today, tunnels have been cut right through the entire mountain, which gives access to the valley, so in fact, anyone can visit. So who would have thought there would be such a supply of chestnuts in an awesome area? With that natural amphitheatre rising out of the valley floor, it's making this place a must for all tourists to visit.
Well guys, thanks very much for watching this episode, really appreciate it. From us here at the Palletwood Cabin, we are going to say goodbye, and we will see you soon in the next episode.